Hey everyone, how's it going and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm bringing you episode 4 of the 207th Ghost Squad LEGO Star Wars MOC series. Now this episode is called Rescue and you can most definitely see that the squad here are rescuing this clone general. Now we'll get into more on the episode in just a second guys, but beforehand if you do go to enjoy the video then do make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Also do make sure to drop a comment down below giving your thoughts on the episode and your predictions for the rest of the series. So then without further ado, let's take a look at this MOC. Now first up here, it has been quite a while since the last episode, so I'm going to do a quick rundown of what's happened so far in the series. So in episode 1 called Demolition, the squad was sent to a secret separatist communication center to wipe out and destroy it. Of course they did that pretty successfully, and then they were moved to a secret clone medical facility to get their inhibitor chips altered a little bit like the Bad Batch but on a bit of a more controlled scale. Now whilst that was happening there was also a droid attack on that facility to try and prevent the squad from getting their inhibitor chips altered, so you know they wouldn't be as much of a threat. However of course it did hold that attack off. Another thing that happened whilst they were there was they got info on what their next mission would be, and that was to go and rescue a clone general from a secret separatist prison. That then leads into the third episode where they're going to enter that prison. Of course they managed to do that pretty successfully by going in via a back door and storming their way through a bunch of droids. Now today in the fourth episode they are within the prison walls and they are rescuing the general from his cell. Of course the droids aren't too happy about this and they have sent tons upon tons of droid guards trying to stop them from doing this, and that leads us into the MOC today. So we'll start off on this corridor here where we have a few of the members of the squad within the middle of it and a bunch of droids coming in from both sides. So first up here we have Maverick, who's doing his usual thing of using his knife and his gun at the same time to sort of wipe out two droids at the same time, which is a pretty clever tactic and he's doing that pretty well. Obviously here he's chopped off a droid's arm and is also shooting another one. Now behind him we have Sentry, who's absolutely laying down a bunch of these droids here who are coming down this stairway, which is a really cool thing to see as he does like to do that quite a lot. And we also have Commander Crate, who is shooting down a super battle droid and also shooting another droid who is down a different corridor. Moving down the next corridor here you can see we have Bullseye, who is having a bit of a wrestling match with a super battle droid. Basically what's happened here is the super battle droid has whacked his sniper away and also has knocked his helmet off in the process, so Bullseye thought what a better thing to do than rugby tackle him, and you can see he's doing that pretty well. We also have a bunch of dead scattered droids down here to sort of show that there were a few there but they have been wiped out pretty easily. Except of course the one that is still standing but won't be for much longer as it is being shot by Commander Crate. Now in the first prison cell here you can see we have the General, who some of you guys may recognize from a previous series on my channel, so leave your predictions to that because yes it does tie into the previous series, but we do have him there who's being escorted out of the cell by Expo. Now in the prison cells themselves they are pretty bland because obviously they're not a luxury suite, they are a prison cell and a separatist prison cell as well, so you could definitely not expect too much from them. However they do have a nice bench in there for the prisoners to sit on and a stairway leading out of it. Now in the next cell here we have Ponda Barber, I think his name is, and he's basically a criminal from episode 4 and he's just in there as a little Easter egg mainly, but he is a criminal so the separatists of course have him in the cell. Now you may notice that for the door of this cell, because it is locked, we have these sort of lightsaber blade pieces attached to some snot bricks in the wall to sort of create like a laser gate type thing, which is preventing the prisoners from escaping. Now in the next cell along we have another Easter egg here with Bulio in there. Now he is actually one of my favourite Star Wars characters, I don't know why but he just is, so I thought I'd add him as a nice Easter egg. And in the next one we don't have an Easter egg at all, we just have this random hammerhead shark looking bloke, which the separatists of course don't like, so they're going to shove him in the cell as well. Now in the corridor out here we have something very special, which are some lights. Now this is the first time I've ever implemented lights into any of my MOCs, so it was definitely a bit of a challenge for me, however I am pretty pleased with the outcome. Now the lights in this one are red to sort of signify the lockdown of the prison, which I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I do think it looks really good and I'm very happy with how I did. And I'll most definitely be implementing some more lights into some of my future MOCs. Now to go with the lockdown theme of the prison, in the other corridor along the walls, we have these sort of like little control panel type things. You have like these little lights along the walls with like a grill piece underneath and red like tiles or red pieces on them, just to sort of signify the fact that the prison is on a lockdown, because obviously the red is like a sign of like danger or something like that, so that's what I've got going on there. Now along the floor of this corridor is something I'm very happy about. So you can see it's a mainly light bluish grey style thing going on the bottom, however we also have a mixture of these nice yellow strips which look really cool, and in the middle we have sort of like grey strip or dark grey strip with a like a little zigzaggy type thing in the middle, like a zigzaggy pattern, which I think looks really cool. Also at the back of that corridor we have this sort of stairway leading up as well, just to like another place, just to sort of add a bit of variety in the height of the MOC. Oh, also another thing to add, along the other corridor we have these little like control panels as well, with either red or green lights signifying whether the cell is open or closed. Obviously we have 3 red lights for the 3 closed cells and 1 green light for the 1 open cell. But yeah, that is pretty much a walkthrough of episode 4 of the 207th Ghost Squad LEGO Star Wars MOC series. So guys, as always, if you did enjoy the video, then do make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Also, do make sure to drop a comment down below giving your thoughts on the episode and your predictions for the rest of the series. Obviously we have that new integration of the character from a previous series on my channel, so do make sure to leave your theories on that as well. So guys, as always, have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.